Good morning, sir. Ma'am,
Marcelvam, good evening, தம்பி.
நான் பேசுறது கேக்குதா மேம்?
கேக்குது தம்பி, நல்லா கேக்குது.
Super AMOLED display, 120 Hz refresh rate, 1000 plus
ஆனா
nits
நல்லா
peak
கேக்குது.
brightness,
அதே
ஓகே மேம், ஓகே. அதான் அப்படியே வச்சிருக்கேன். இல்லைன்னா என் தம்பி சொன்னா ரூட் வச்சு அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு
4
சொன்னா.
जनरेशन के OS अपडेट्स मिलते हैं.
சரி மேம், நல்லா கேக்குது. ஓகே மேம்.
कैमरा मॉड्यूल के
Okay,
पास
ma'am,
होंगे
thank
तो
you.
you will remember that
madam,
flagship
assistant
design.
professor,
The
associate
M34
professor,
5G is
தம்பி.
going to be the best
Cynthia, madam.
smartphone of the
நான்
year.
யூஜி
This
படிக்கும்
is
போதே
my
அவங்க எனக்கு
pick of
டீச்சர்
the year.
மேம்.
அப்ப இப்ப டாக்டர் வேற இல்ல. அவங்களுக்கும் அசோசியேட் கொடுத்திருப்பாங்க தானே?
ஆமா, அவங்க நான் படிக்கும் போதே டாக்டர் தான்.
சரிப்பா. அசோசியேட்
நானே படிச்சு 10 வருஷம் ஆச்சுல மேம்.
ஆமா, இன்னும் யாரும் ஜாயின் ஆகலையா?
இல்ல நம்ம
வெளிய இருக்கிறவங்க எனக்கு ஜாயின் பண்ண முடியலையோ என்னன்னு தெரியலையே.
இல்ல ஜாயின் ஆகுறாங்க மேம்.
ஓகேப்பா, ஓகே தம்பி.
ஓகே மேம், தேங்க்யூ.
தேங்க்யூப்பா. பிரசாத் சார், குட் ஈவினிங் சார்.
குட் ஈவினிங் சார்.
Good evening, madam.
குட் ஈவினிங் சார்.
Good evening, madam.
தேங்க்யூ சார்.
आज छुट्टी वाले दिन कुछ स्पेशल है क्या?
आज मेरी एमिटी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में ग्लोबल फैकल्टी की क्लास है।
अरे वाह भाई, ग्लोबल फैकल्टी इन ऑल, हाँ?
उम्मीदों का एक सिरा।
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, तंबी.
आज छुट्टी वाले दिन कुछ स्पेशल है क्या?
आज मेरी एमिटी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में ग्लोबल फैकल्टी की क्लास है।
अरे वाह भाई, ग्लोबल फैकल्टी इन ऑल, हाँ?
उम्मीदों का एक सिरा।
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, तंबी.
आज छुट्टी वाले दिन कुछ स्पेशल है क्या?
आज मेरी एमिटी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में ग्लोबल फैकल्टी की क्लास है।
अरे वाह भाई, ग्लोबल फैकल्टी इन ऑल, हाँ?
उम्मीदों का एक सिरा।
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, तंबी.
आज छुट्टी वाले दिन कुछ स्पेशल है क्या?
आज मेरी एमिटी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में ग्लोबल फैकल्टी की क्लास है।
अरे वाह भाई, ग्लोबल फैकल्टी इन ऑल, हाँ?
उम्मीदों का एक सिरा।
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, तंबी.
छुट्टी वाले दिन कोई स्पेशल है क्या?
आज मेरी आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में ग्लोबल फैकल्टी की क्लास है।
ग्लोबल फैकल्टी एंड ऑल, हाँ?
उम्मीदों का एक सिरा
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, तंबी.
छुट्टी वाले दिन कोई स्पेशल है क्या?
आज मेरी आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में ग्लोबल फैकल्टी की क्लास है।
ग्लोबल फैकल्टी एंड ऑल, हाँ?
उम्मीदों का एक सिरा
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, तंबी.
छुट्टी वाले दिन कोई स्पेशल है क्या?
आज मेरी आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में ग्लोबल फैकल्टी की क्लास है।
ग्लोबल फैकल्टी एंड ऑल, हाँ?
उम्मीदों का एक सिरा
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, तंबी.
छुट्टी वाले दिन कोई स्पेशल है क्या?
आज मेरी आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में ग्लोबल फैकल्टी की क्लास है।
ग्लोबल फैकल्टी एंड ऑल, हाँ?
उम्मीदों का एक सिरा
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, तंबी.
छुट्टी वाले दिन कोई स्पेशल है क्या?
आज मेरी आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में ग्लोबल फैकल्टी की क्लास है।
ग्लोबल फैकल्टी एंड ऑल, हाँ?
उम्मीदों का एक सिरा
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, तंबी.
छुट्टी वाले दिन कोई स्पेशल है क्या?
आज मेरी आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में ग्लोबल फैकल्टी की क्लास है।
ग्लोबल फैकल्टी एंड ऑल, हाँ?
उम्मीदों का एक सिरा
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, thank you.
आज मुझे यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में ग्लोबल फैकल्टी क्लास
फैकल्टी बोला
गायक सुना
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, thank you.
आज मुझे यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में ग्लोबल फैकल्टी क्लास
फैकल्टी बोला
गायक सुना
Hello, man.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, thank you.
आज मुझे यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में ग्लोबल फैकल्टी क्लास
फैकल्टी बोला
गायक सुना
Hello, man.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, thank you.
आज मुझे यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में ग्लोबल फैकल्टी क्लास
फैकल्टी बोला
गायक सुना
Hello, man.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, thank you.
आज मुझे यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में ग्लोबल फैकल्टी क्लास
फैकल्टी बोला
गायक सुना
Hello, man.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, thank you.
आज मुझे यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में ग्लोबल फैकल्टी क्लास
फैकल्टी बोला
गायक सुना
Hello, man.
Sir, good evening, sir.
आज भी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में डिजिटल मार्केटिंग क्लास
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
good evening आज भी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में डिजिटल मार्केटिंग क्लास
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
good evening आज भी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में डिजिटल मार्केटिंग क्लास
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nagaraj.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
good evening आज भी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑनलाइन में डिजिटल मार्केटिंग क्लास
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yes, it's for academic institutes. Professor,
Now my PPT is visible to you.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
I'm an audible man, one of the rank holders, university rank holders. So here, sir was telling he was the university rank holder. It is there, Calcutta. See, when I've asked the one or two Calcutta, when I've asked the one or two people,
Depends, please be in a place where the good tower is there.
I have many connectivity. I thought let me switch out to that is one thing, right? Same day, same tickets are different, right? Well, if you go to barber shop, today I went, right? I paid 120 rupees.
I think something problem in audio. 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 I think something problem in audio.
Right now,
I think something problem in audio.
right now,
I think something problem in audio.
The screen not.
right
I think something problem in audio.
Screen not.
I think something problem in audio.
Screen not.
I think something problem in audio.
Screen not.
Yes, now we can see your screen, sir. But not audible, sir. நீங்க பேசுறது கேட்கல சார். But not audible, sir. நீங்க பேசுறது கேட்கல சார். But not audible, sir.
Hello, madam.
சார் கேக்குது சார். ரொம்ப நீங்க பேசுறது கேட்கல சார். இப்ப தெரியுது சார்.
கேக்குதா அப்ப?
இப்ப நல்லா கேக்குது சார்.
Same day. Then for example, if you travel on different dates.
இது சார்.
Right. கேக்குதா அப்ப? Example.
இப்ப நல்லா கேக்குது சார்.
Same day. I paid 6,000. But when my daughter traveled, she has paid 12,000. Then for example, if you travel, we have to think why. But as I have told you, in a barber shop, right, they cannot charge. We have to think why. One price. But as I have told you, gentlemen, in a barber shop, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you, gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you, gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you, gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you, gentlemen. And at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you, gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you, gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you, gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. Gentlemen, and at the same time, they cannot charge. They cannot charge. Why? One price. But as I have told you. G I'm concerned. Fixed expenses already. I'm concerned. Fixed expenses already. I'm concerned. Fixed expenses already. I'm concerned.
One
those periods. Right. So when the price was deregulated in the 1978, right? So which means people can charge different rates. New people have come. So now then the people have merged. So then they have started charging more. When they have started charging more, new airlines have come. Deregulated in the 1978. So they create, right? When new airlines have come, people they have created a demand by offering at a lesser price. So now then the people have merged. So only please understand here. So then they have started charging new more. When they have started demanding more, new airlines have come. So we are selling, when we sell additional, so they create, right? When we sell additional, they are earlier demand. Now when you sell 51 feet, so now then the people have now only please understand here. When they have started charging new person, when they have started demanding more, new airlines have come. When we sell additional, they create, right? When we sell additional, that is why demand. We are increasing now demand. So now right. So this now the increase in demand. New person, when they have started demand more, new airlines have when we sell additional, right? When we sell additional, that is why demand. We are increasing demand. So right. So this now the increase in demand. New demand. Right. When we sell additional, right? If there is a sell, that is why demand. For example, demand. So right. So this now the increase in demand. Sale of new demand. Right. Sell additional, right? If there is a sell, that is why demand. For example, demand. Next day, right. So this now the increase in demand. Sale of new demand. Sell additional, right? If there is a sell, that is why demand. For example, demand. Next day, right. So this now the increase in demand. Sale of new charge, right? Sell additional, right? If there is a sell, that is why demand. For example, next day, right. So this now the increase in demand. Sale of new sometimes charge, right? So now why they are charging? will not open. So this will open here, but no demand is coming. No demand is coming. Then what will do? They will reopen this bucket. They will reopen this bucket. They will bring some seeds from that bucket to this bucket. Right. So no use of keeping seeds in that bucket. Bring down to this earlier bucket. Right. So as I told, not booking seed for the day, booking seed in the bucket. So increasing and decreasing the bucket size. Right. So this cannot be done by a ordinary hotel. See, for example, right? For example, I am visiting Sivagasi, right? So in that bus stand road, that is in the Chatur road, QSR, some hotel is there. I have stayed there. Okay, I know that this is the rate. Last time I have given. When I am coming to the next day, right? What is the rate? When if they say 4,000 rupees, I will say, last time I came, they have given only this ticket, but now you are giving higher ticket, higher charges. How? I will ask. Right. So what they will do is, they charge different rates for different customers. I have told, right? See, for example, if they are a business corporate customers, they charge differently. People who are walking, they will charge differently. So people who are walking, right, normally, okay, whatever rates they have charged last year, they cannot charge different one. So that is why in ordinary hotel, they cannot charge different rates, because most of the booking is taking place through walk-in customers. But Marriott, how the booking are taking place? They are not depending upon the walk-in customers at all. They are depending upon the corporate customers. So one company, they will give higher rate, another company, they will give higher rate. Suddenly for some, because see, if they book higher ticket, more number of tickets, right, they give offer at a discount rates. So now the differentiation is coming when they buy higher quantity. Here also, airline also, when you book more tickets, they will give at a higher, lesser rate. All right. See, now when I have studied, right, we have talked about the price differentiation, right? So whenever we talk about price differentiation, we used to give EBS example, right? When you use, for some people, they charge 10 rupees, some the people they charge at 5 rupees, right? So based on the units consumed, based on the, if you consume more, each unit they charge, the rates are more. That is called price differentiation. Now that and all over, now complete differentiation in different perspective. Right. Now people charge a different price for the different channel also. See, for example, one day I went to Bombay, right? I was waiting where to go, myself and another person, for some real estate. We want to get signature from somebody. We were standing in the airport. One person came, right? He is having the car. Where do you want to go? We didn't tell anything, right? We were simply. Then he has realized that we are interested in room, right? We didn't tell. Sir, you want to have a room, sir? We had a doubt. Okay, so whether you'll charge more or less. We were okay. We were a little hesitant. He said, "No, sir. Fair rate, sir. Nice room, sir. No problem, sir." But he was telling in Hindi, right? Some words English he was telling. Then we went, okay, so we do not have any other choice. We went with that person. So they have charged me 2,500. Right. Then I have asked, what is the rate? They said 3,500. Then when this person has taken us, he said only 2,500, sir. Then we have called the, hey, he is telling 3,000. Then he came, no, sir. Then they have charged me 2,500. So certain seats are given to this kind of people. Right? Why this kind of people? Why? See, normally for some travel agents, they give at some discount, because they bring huge business to them. Right? Because they have to book. They have to depend upon all channel members. So in airline also, now some the agencies, they bring a huge number of seats. in the last minute. That is also happening. So now we are very clear, right? What is clear? Charging different rates, yeah, simple, right? For the different customers. So in that process, managing the demand, creating a demand, adjusting the price based on demand. So adjusting, so everything is based on demand only. So that is why demand forecasting is very, very important. Right. So all see, we can do all these things only when you have a demand. When you do not see, for example, some airlines no demand at all because poor service. Then this differentiation, all this, they cannot do anything. Right. So these only when different people are interested, different timings people are interested, then only you can charge all these things. So the companies, one is they need to have some loyal customers, they need to have customers, they need to have demand. So they have to do better service. Right. So without doing better service, they cannot have a continuous demand. Once you do not have a demand, doing all these things is not possible. So as I have told you, okay, so adjusting price, taking packet from seats from one packet to another packet. So these are the difference in rate in the packet itself, right? So last the 20 seats they might offer at 1,000 rupees, now 1,500. So all can happen by understanding the demand. So we need to forecast the demand. So demand forecasting is important step involved in yield management. Then understanding the behavior of the people. So now how the people behave when they charge less, right? When the people are price sensitive, when the price elasticity is more, then you cannot do anything, right? So when you increase small price, many people will go away. The price elasticity is more, right? You cannot do, right? So then special discount to special people, last minute people, for special companies, all these things where they are giving. So they are sometimes they will give exclusive offers, all price differentiation only because they travel quick often. They have that is why we have to register. When you register with them, so certainly they will send offer in air ticket also. Okay, now see, one more important thing is in an airline, normally they will have overbooking because there will be many cancellations. Because business people normally they will have more cancellations. So they will have a overbooking, right? Whenever we have a overbooking, see the people used to say there is a research which says that so 50% of the revenue loss is because of last minute cancellation, because of no so. Some people don't turn up. So normally that is why the all airlines they will have a overbooking. Okay, but how much overbooking? When all people turned up, how to manage? These are all different risky questions. Right. Then, okay. So now, see, we are going to sell same seat for different people. So, which means we need to have a fence, right? See, for example, in a field, somewhere no, barren field, somewhere they cultivated. So the cow will go to that place, right? So we should not allow. We create a fence so that people will not move from one place to another place. People will not. So the such restrictions will put, right? How? See, for example, right? We are giving this ticket at this rate, lesser rate. No cancellation. Restriction we are putting. We are putting restriction, which means okay, which means that is the fence. So they cannot do that. So see, the people, business people, they cannot go to this one because they might be interested in cancellation. We will say that yes, yes, madam, yes. Anybody? Hello, am I audible? Everybody?
Audible, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes,
You're
sir,
audible.
you are audible, sir.
Okay.
Clear, sir. Very clear,
Is
sir.
it understandable, sir?
Yes, sir.
Whatever
Understandable,
I'm
sir.
talking, understandable, huh? Okay. So now you can understand, you can, okay. So now let me see how many people are coming with me. Good people. Very good, yeah, super. Huh? So that is called, fencing. So what is fencing, right? We will say that, right? We will say that you cannot cancel. So which means certain people will not be interested in that side. They will not go that. So you have to stay Sunday also, because normally business people, they will not be staying on Sunday, Saturday. They will be interested to stay with home. So Sunday, stay, we have to stay. Then sometimes hotel become minimum number of stay. All these things will create a fence so that certain people will not go to the other place, other category, right? So that is called fencing. So this, okay, so concept of overbooking and creating a fencing, right, all are special to the special features of the yield management, right? So the concept of yield management originated in airline industry, but now it is adopted in various industries such as hospitality, car rental, right, like Ola, okay, transportation, and entertainment. It relies on understanding the different customers, understanding that, yes, understanding that different customers are willing to pay different price for the same product, thereby optimizing the price and the inventory availability, thereby business can achieve higher overall revenue, right? So less revenue from certain tickets, some more the revenue, so overall revenue and overall profitability. So the key principle of yield management is to sell a perishable inventory at the highest possible price while ensuring minimum utilization and minimizing the risk of unsold inventory. This involves forecasting demand pattern, that is one thing. Segmenting the customers based on their price sensitivity and booking behavior, that is called the consumer behavior, and dynamically adjusting prices and availability of inventory to optimize the revenue, right? So now we have given the many factors. Now let us put everything together. The who can do this one, right? Who will do this one? People who are offering perishable inventory, number one. Relatively, okay, so capacity is fixed, supply is fixed. So when there is a rise in demand, we have to offer same thing, right? So the supply is same, relative fixed capacity, high fixed cost, right? When there is an increase in one seat, we will not involve in additional expenses, variable cost. So you can increase in one seat means 100 seats, total capacity 100 seats, not creating one. So now already every day you are going by 50 seats. Now you are increasing you are booking one more 51 seat. Booking one more seat, right? We are not going to involve much variable cost, right? So some the advanced reservations possible, right? So now the demand will vary according to time, according to season, according to the different situation. So time variable demand, right? Then segmentable markets, whether we can segment the customers, segmentable markets. So now different demand at a different price level. Demand is not fixed. New demand will come, right? When the demand is fixed, then you cannot do like barber shop. When the demand is fixed, you cannot do. If you can create demand, then only all these things possible. So that is why different rate at different timing, right? Different rate in the same ticket, right? Because they are booked at different timings. They are booked in different time. They are booked in different buckets, right? But same day, because different seats, right? They are purchased at a different timing, so sold at a different price. That is why all these things. So I have told first why it is not possible in fish market, why it is not possible in barber shop, why it is not possible in bus, why it is possible here. So for which you need to have a clear understanding of, right, what has happened in 1978 in airline industry. Okay, so now same thing again in the hotels, have fixed number of rooms to sell, perishable, inventory is perishable and time limited. Many if the room is not sold on given night, that opportunity is gone forever. Different people are willing to pay different price for the same room under varying conditions. The concept of yield management originated in US airline industry mainly by American Airlines, started by American Airline. So in that process, they have become number one airline at some occasions, right? So now following the deregulation in 1970, exactly 70s, exactly 1978, airline took greater control over the airfares and developed systems and technology to manage inventory and charge different price in order to maximize revenue for each flight. So Robert Crandall, former chairman and CEO of American Airlines, is credited with giving yield management its name. He has given only the name and calling it as the single most important technical development in transportation industry since we entered deregulation. So after deregulation, the important right concept developed in transportation industry is this concept of yield management. Tactics employed are offering discounted fares for low demand flights, increasing the fares for high demand flights, implementing purchase restrictions, length of say requirement, that is called fencing, right? Then changing or for length of say restriction, charging for cancelling tickets, and higher cost for premium airline seats. So other industries quickly followed suit, including rental car providers and hotel industry. And many of these techniques are still applied today. Nowadays, in especially when you buy online, this is applicable everywhere. It is there. So now they do many things, right? They do web analytics. So web analytics in the sense, say for example, when there is a less and less demand, let us assume the less demand. So you have gone there. You have gone there to book a ticket. You have seen the rate and you came back. Right. Next day also you are doing like that. Then they will watch this behavior. They will capture. Then say when you go there, they will reduce the price. Only for you. They will reduce the price. That call it as web analytics. Right. See, I've told they have charged me different rates. Next day when travel, where is 900, where is 1200? Right. So like this, they understand the behavior, they understand what this gentleman will do, what he is looking for. When the person is not booked, they understand that this person is price sensitive. So we have to give at a lesser price. For me, this gentleman yesterday gone, today also looking, definitely this gentleman will go offer at higher price. Right. So it is, as I have told you, it's now adopted by all organizations across all space. So now first started 1978 when deregulation started. 1983, what happened? Many industries merged, right? Demand increased, right? Now a few airlines, they were doing the entire business. 1990s, many airlines, they have started coming in. So now in 1983, only 68% of the total business, it was handled by 4 airlines. So that is why 1990s, many new airlines have come. What is the formula for yield management? What is yield? How to calculate yield? The simple formula is divide the earned revenue by potential revenue. Earned revenue by potential revenue. For example, The hotel is having 10 rooms and it can sell at a maximum of 299. So the maximum possible potential is 10 into 299, which is equivalent to 2,999. Let us assume that if they have sold only 9 rooms, right? The maximum is 299, but they have sold only 9 rooms at 149. So that revenue generated is, right, 9 into 149, which is equivalent to 1,331. So 1,331 divided by total possible revenue 2,999, which is equal to 44%. So the yield is only 44. If the demand is strong, let us assume that demand is strong. So by adopting better strategy, let us assume that you have sold at, you cannot sell at 299. If you have sold at 249, let us assume that you have sold only 6 rooms because you have offered at higher rates. So it will end up by, okay, so 1,499. So the revenue is 50%, right? The yield is 50%. So which means it is better than earlier one. So how to increase this one? That is the question. How to maximize? So what is the objective of yield management? Maximize the revenue by dynamically adjusting price. So providing sell product services at the highest possible price. So that is the maximizing the revenue, right? So by dynamically adjusting, right, in the process you will optimize the inventory allocation. Okay, you will try to provide at higher rates, increase the revenue. Optimize the capacity utilization by carefully managing, reducing or increasing price, right? By booking, putting booking restriction and providing inventory allocation, business can ensure that the resources are efficiently utilized. So one is increasing the revenue, that is the objective. Next is utilizing the capacity. We should try to minimize unutilization, right? So that you can do by putting restriction, right? So one people should not go from one packet to another packet. Increase the profit margin, right? By implementing dynamic pricing and the segmentation, companies can increase profit margin by capturing additional values from customers who are willing to pay, right? They will provide some extra facility. Say, for example, you are living in one room, you are staying in one room, another room is vacant, but it is a suite, right? They will say to this gentleman, sir, that suite is vacant, sir. If you want, you can go. Normally, we will sell for 6,000 rupees. For you, we are ready to put 5,000, sir. Upgrading. Now, when you go to Kanyakumari, they will say, "Arey sir, that seat, that room, through which you can see the sunrise and sunfall, that is vacant. Normally, we will charge 6,500. Today, we are ready to, for you, we are ready to charge 4,000. If it is not booked, what will happen? So by upgrading, by giving certain promotions, by providing personalized experience, everything we have to do. It is not just charging higher price. Exclusive targeted promotion, personalized discounts, right? By providing value to the customers and meet their diverse needs, leading to higher customer satisfaction and loyalty. Then I will be loyal. See, one thing, let me tell you what happened. We know that Lalu Prasad Yadav, right, he was the chief minister of Bihar many times. Once he was the railway minister for the government of India. All along, railways, it was running under loss. During his period, he has converted loss-making railway into profit-making railway. Indian Railway is considered as biggest enterprise in India, first largest enterprise in India, and it's the second largest enterprise in the world. Converted that into profit. right? He has done many things. So his idea is there should not be any underutilization. Or see, when, for example, when the first class tickets not sold, the people who are second class, right? They will book over, right? Because price sensitive, they are not ready to go. So for certain people, when there is some vacancy in first class and AC, they will say that your seat is okay, transferred to that place, right? So you are very happy upgrading, right? Okay, so now we will sometimes the hotel industry, they will provide some additional service. All right, sir, you can see the sea view, sir. You can use the transportation, sir. Morning breakfast free, sir. All right. So afternoon today there is a special program, sir. So all these things they will do. I will say they will try to get maximum revenue from the customers. So that is the optimizing the sales price. So by understanding customer price sensitivity, demand by companies can allocate inventory effectively, promoting higher margin offering. Then improve the forecasting and planning. So ultimately, we need to forecast very, very clearly by looking at the historical data, by monitoring the market trends, and by applying the forecasting models. So these are all we will do. These are all we will do. So we can gain competitive advantage. So by providing value to the customers. So by introducing this one, we can gain competitive. The others cannot do what others cannot do. We can respond to the customer's needs dynamically. So by staying agile and proactive in pricing and inventory management, companies can outperform competitors, attract customers with high value money offerings, and capture most customer share. So now look at what has happened. Airlines who began to practice yield management saw direct increase of 3% to 7% in revenue. Revenue increased. Some cases also resulted in 50% to 100% increase in profit. American Airlines had accredited with yield management policies for the revenue increase of $500 million per year. Delta Airlines also used a similar system to increase its revenue almost by $300 million per year. The airlines might be a champion advocates for yield management policies. It is also common in hotel industry as well now. For example, Marriott Hotel credits these practices for additional revenue of $100 million per year. Now the travel agents also using these yield management practices, offering different rates. So also manage to use yield management practices to generate the maximum possible revenue from their holiday packages. The industries that are using yield management systems are airlines, hotel, car rental agencies, cruise lines, railroad, television broadcast, telecommunication, restaurant, golf courses. Now, these are all the different companies offering different softwares, software revenue management system, ideas, HP Open Skies RMS revenue management system, Maxims, Dalus, Lufthansa Systems, SHE SITA, Indica, PNR, Cross Revenue Management, Profit Optimization Strategies Incorporation, Vortal ICL, Fujitsu Revenue Management System, Easy Revenue Management Solution, Yield Management Works, Result Data Processing, Microsystem Incorporation. See, now same thing. Okay, so industries that are using yield management. So as we have stated, airlines is one of the pioneers in adopting yield management practices. Airlines face fluctuating demand for seats. It is not same. It is fluctuating. And prices can vary significantly based on factors such as booking time, day of a week. Normally Monday more booking, okay, day of a week, and yield management helps airline to optimize seat pricing and maximize revenue because they have to do hotel and hospitality industries. So room rates can vary depending upon factors such as seasonality, special events, booking lead time. When you book, lead time means how advanced you are booking. So yield management allows hotel to adjust room prices dynamically and optimizing the rates. Car rentals, that is Ola, Lyft, okay, so Uber, all these things they are using. Car rental companies apply yield management strategies to adjust rental rates based on demand and seasonality. Now entertainment companies, right? So including theaters, right? And nowadays theaters also they are doing this one, right? Especially the concerts. So if it is by the popular person, different rates. Sports events based on the players and teams, they charge differently. Often you see set ticket prices based on demand levels and the seat availability. Price may vary depending upon popularity of event and the location of the seats. If you sit in the front, different rates. Industries, cruise lines, that is shipping companies, prices may okay. So significantly depend time of booking and the level of demand. Online rental, that is e-commerce in companies may use yield management, so adjust the product prices dynamically factors based on factors like customer behavior, demand. For example, online retail offer personalized services and promotion and discount to target specific customer segments. I have told you, my scholar used to get a special discount exclusively for me, right? So like that, when you register, you will get. So ride sharing, okay. So prices may be surge. That is called surge pricing during peak timings, and based on traffic, and based on areas, destination where if there is a high demand. Restaurants also, if you book in advance, lesser price. So yearly bird specials, happy hour discounts, right? Price fixed menus, so like this, telecom and internet service providers, right? So different planning for different pricing plans based on data usage. When you use more, they are giving different rates based on contract terms and customers. Utilities. Some utility companies implement the yield management principle in their pricing structures, offering low rates during off-peak hours, encourage energy consumption during times of lower demand. See, I will tell you. For example, the colleges which are running, which are conducting seminars, right? For example, I used to go very regularly to NIT, right? They used to put yearly bird offers, right? So when you book within this rate, the charge is less, right? 1,000 instead of 1,000 rupees, it is 800 rupees. If you book three, okay, so seminars, right, and conferences and also when you book three and bulk booking, we offer at this. These are all called the yield management, right? So we go see, because why they do, they want to create a demand, yearly demand. Okay, so some people are price sensitive, they will be looking for, they are, see, for example, my programs, normally people they will be waiting to see my programs, especially research methodology itself. So when it is announced, they will book very immediately. Some people in some college, they will be interested in bulk. So all these scholars, not one scholar, few scholars will be waiting, especially for example the Bharatiyar University Commerce Department, all the guides are my friend. So all the people, they will wait, one scholars of one guide, they will book 5 6 like that. So this is the yield management. So now it is used by anywhere, everywhere, right? So this is the demand. So how it has increased. So let me tell you. So the success of air industry. utilization of more and more people for airline travel. It has happened mainly because of the yield management practice. Now, please understand, one management concept has created one industry, right? So, created a demand for that industry, right? So, now see how it is increasing. There are many factors, but this is also one factor. So the key principles involved, okay, already I see mainly, right, mainly the, okay, so 2 or 3 factors, demand forecasting. Everything we do based on demand. So when there is no demand, we have to create a demand by offering a lesser price. When there is more demand, more price. So, okay, it is not demand forecasting. See, we have to do, right, for overall industry as a airline industry as such, and for your company, and not only that, we have to forecast demand for every bucket in the sense. So you have reserved 20 seats for these rates, whether there will be a demand for that, whether there will be a demand for this bucket. So for every segment, every bucket, you should try to predict. See, if you want to predict for overall industry, the GDP, the per capita income, all these things, and events, festivals, seasons, all will have impact on the demand of overall industry. So for your product, right, that depends upon the, okay, so how you have offered, how quickly you react, how your price in comparison with other price. So the main thing is, right, you cannot charge whatever you like, not possible. So you have to look at the competitors, right? You have to look at the competitors. According to competitors, only you have to charge. So the demand forecasting is first important. Now, see, earlier people used time series, last year this much. So probably based on history they will do, right. But now, see, I'm also good at the time series, right? We use Arima, right, ANJAC, all these things. So to predict the future trend based on past trend. That is the using of time series techniques. Now we use a lot of artificial intelligence, AI, right? So for example, we use SVM, right? We use a decision tree, random forest. So all these techniques to predict the future trend, to predict the future demand. So that is done based on the pattern. Almost that prediction is better than say we say 65% accurately predicted like this. So the demand forecasting is very important. There are many techniques. What are the factors you have to see? There are many things involved. Then second one is dynamic pricing, different pricing, that is important. So based on demand, based on the willingness to pay, right, based on their capacity, we have to offer dynamic pricing, right. Then is overbooking, right. So what extent we can go for overbooking, that depends upon no shows and cancellation, what restriction we can impose, right. Then market segmentation. So unless otherwise your market is not segmentable, we cannot charge different price. So the market is segmentable. So now what are we might have seen the based on income, right? So higher income people, lower income people, higher income people purchase. So you can offer 2 different rates. Lifestyle, behavioral factors, how price sensitive they are. Some people price sensitive, no price sensitive. Age, right? So old people, they cannot travel by bus, they have to go by this one only, certain people. So what the young people will do, they will be nowadays every day people will be telling, right, I purchased for this one, right, they are very happy. I thought every young boys, they are purchasing at a lesser price, but when they purchase at a lesser price they will tell, when they purchase at a higher price they will not tell. So like this, there are segmentation should be there. When there is no segmentation, it is not possible. Then capacity management, right? So inventory management. What is the total capacity? How much minimum booking we need to have? Seats reserved for each bucket. So that is called capacity management. Then we will be having different channels, right? So distribution of channels, right? Channels management. So these are all the main principles of the yield management, right? So as I said, demand forecasting, right? So we have to predict for each segment. That is what important. Particular, if total industry, total company, particular route, segment wise price. Okay, so we have to. So it is one product. What is one product? One product is one route. That is a one product. Each segment is business class, economy class. Each bucket is economic class itself. This one. That should be done based on historical data. So what is the current booking now? External factors, right? Like seasonality, weather, events. Then how much promotions you have done? What is the competitors they have done? That demand patterns may change due to shocks like pandemics. So now we have to adjust the forecasting figures whenever such changes are happening. Right, that demand forecasting is very very important. What are the factors I have written? Right, techniques, quantitative technique, Telfi, consumer surveys, time series, right? Arima that I have told you, right? Now dynamic pricing. Okay, so based on demand levels, based on inventory, based on competitions, based on time, right? Each day different. Then customer behavior. If they are loyal customers, no problem. That is the customer behavior and preference. So this is what dynamic pricing. What are the factors we have to look into, right? That we have seen. Then segmentation, right? So we have to fix here in pricing. It is not easy though. What is the price for each bucket? We are going to change. At what level we can change? That is a very, very important question. Not easy to answer. It is not same on same day, different days. So different dates, different. Then what is the price we can fix? So price for right each seat, each segment, right, based on the expected demand and the willingness to pay. So ultimately, we want to have maximum revenue from different customers, like lesser customer, business customers, loyalty travelers. So it is a big challenge. So based on the occupancy, managing the price sensitivity and elasticity. At the same time, we have to take care of customer dissatisfaction. So by charging more, if the customer is dissatisfied, then you lose the entire business. Overbooking, right? So now how to avoid the cancellation by sending reminders, right? By putting, okay, so cancellation charges, all these things we can avoid. How to manage no source cancellation. So inventory control is capacity control, right? Availability of seats. So allocate them to different fare classes, right? That is total number of seats, how we are going to allocate. Then we might have given some seats to channel members. So there is a careful coordination and communication among all channels. We need to look at the customer behaviors. Okay, so these are all the very basic factors, very, very basic factors. Competition and technology, right? So what kind of software we are going to use, what kind of data you are going to have, what kind of data security you are going to use, right? All these things are important. Whether you are going to have cloud computing, all these things we need to have, right? So this is the step-by-step approach of implementing yield management strategies. So we need to have clear objectives. So what extent we can go, what extent we can maximize. So segment the customers, forecast the demand, develop a pricing strategy, set capacity controls, implement revenue management system, monitor and adjust, train the employees and engage the employees, evaluate performance and make changes and make adjustment in this. So now in the yield management itself, there are many components are there. All right, one is a revenue management system, channel management system, price optimization tool, demand forecasting softwares, business intelligence tools, analytics and reporting platforms, right? Integrating with APIs, right? So these are all the different components are there in the yield management softwares, right? Not only revenue management, it is channel management, pricing optimization, demand forecasting, many things are there. So if when we take a hotel industry, there is a CloudBet. So that is a very popular software. All right, even small hotels can use CloudBet. So price CloudBet PIE. It saves time for hotels by using algorithms to automate tasks related to data allocation, rate shopping, pricing, inventory management, and reporting. Now, so now we will look into airlines specifically. So now already we have seen. Whatever we have seen only I'm going to use. So I'm not going to use anything new. Let us see what I am doing. The whatever possible within the time you will do, but I explained most of the things, right? So one thing is, right, we need to know, so the American Airlines, how successful they are, right? So that is the airline developed, so very popular airlines. And then so then one more thing is we need to know the success story of Southwest Airlines. That is a low-cost airlines in America. So there are few airlines like American Airlines, United Airlines, and the Southwest Airlines, and the Delta Airlines. So these are all the orders. Now the Southwest Airlines, once it was number one, now even then it is a low-cost airlines. So low-priced airline carrier. It has no losses so far. That is the point you have to remember. It has, so normally I used to tell the case study of this Southwest airline. So this two case study, I not every time I cannot tell because I am a finance faculty, and whenever there is a extra timing, I used to tell these stories to the students. Now Southwest Airlines, it has seen no losses so far. It has seen only success, right? So it has arose to number one airline, domestic airline company. So mainly it is started route from Dallas, and Texas. These two states are big states. So they were operating within those states. So, hello? So there's a population also high. So when they have reduced the price, many people they have started utilizing airlines, right? So they have it has demand has come automatically because the area in which they are operating. So now so see, people used to say, see, when you go to Madras, right, whatever the business you do, if you do provide in a disciplined way, you will become successful because the population is huge. That is what happened with the Southwest Airlines. So they have operated first. They have started where the population is more, offered at a lesser price. Many people have started, but basically they are from that place, right? Herb Telkia become the chairman as well as CEO of this airline industry, being very successful CEO. See, now what they have done, they want to go for lower cost airlines. So when free meals and luxury facilities, okay, but these people thought people are traveling 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours. So now local. So why? What is the need for free meals? Free meals not necessary. So they want to have safe and fast travel night, right? That is what they want. So now they say that these Southwest Airlines, so they are most punctual airlines, people used to say. So, okay, it will start at right time, go at right time. So they are interested in fast as well as safe travel. So now, see, point to point, see, some people, so they felt no low demand. So if you offer direct flight, people might not come. So they will go to one place, they will go to from that place, they will go. So that demand will be there. But these people, no, direct flight. Most of them are direct flights. So people felt they can travel faster, they can travel safe, right? So the price also less. So many people they have started using, right? So one more thing is focused more on decent journey along with on-time flight experience. Flies with a single class Boeing aircraft. All are Boeing aircraft. All are Boeing aircraft. Now, when you look at the same thing with the Indigo, they do with all Airbus. So only the minimum type of airlines. So which means the drivers, that is pilot, so they need not have different training for different aircraft. So because similar aircraft, people also know and request no training, right? So one airline to one flight to another flight, they are freely transferable. Then one more is it has a quick turnaround system. What is turnaround system? When the flights are coming, they will clean, because one is they are giving food, they will clean beforehand. So once it has reached, immediately within 1 or 2 hours, it will be ready to fly to next. So now minimum number of flight they have started utilizing more. The utilization is more. It has saw great success after deregulation in the year 1978, which paved way for reducing the prices. When people thought earlier they were increasing the price. These companies they have decreased the price, increasing the both the flight services and the air routes. Number of routes, frequent services. It grew to be the largest domestic airline in US. That is the very big success story of Southwest Airlines. Right. So one is the success story of the American Airlines. That is mainly not this much successful, but that is mainly happened because of yield management concept. Right. Now let us look into the Indigo Airlines, right? So which is the number one now. It is having around 61.8% of the market share in India. Okay, only few airlines, no food. Same thing, whatever done by Southwest Airlines, they have adopted, right? These are all the owners. So now this concept of the fortune at the bottom of the pyramid. So now this is the book written from India, like GV, right? And Jagadish Seth, only 1 or 2 people are from India. He is a very popular management guru. He was talking about a competitive advantage. Another thing is fortune at the bottom of the pyramid. Now, see why airlines they have started reducing the price. In the bottom, that is a lower segment, the population is huge. In upper income people, the population is less. Now, when you target the lower income people, population is huge. They have a requirement, right? They have a requirement. Now, see, for example, right? Who requires a cell phone? See, for example, the wife is sitting in home, the person will be, the giant, he will be in field. So whether she is coming or not, he requires a telephone. So he requires, see, for example, dynamo or light he requires, because the night he will be going there, but in city it is not there. So only in the bottom of the pyramid, there is a requirement for both. If you try to cater, your revenue will be more. You can be more successful. That is what he has written. So same thing, the concept adopted by airline, same thing, the concept people are using in the yield management. Now, this gentleman, C.K. Prahalad, has written this book based on the experience of, right, our Aravind Eye Hospital. So, Aravind Eye Hospital, they have increased the efficiency, maximum utilization of doctors. When all other doctors can perform, right, one operation, these doctors have introduced the process supply chain, that is the assembly line concept in this one, right? The one doctor will not perform, or putting liquid will be done by some people, putting dress will be another person, operation will be done by other person, other post-operative services will be done by. So the patient will move from one place to another place. So that way they have increased the efficiency of the doctors. So they have done a service by visiting camps to rural place, and they could identify many people they have affected with the cataract. So after doing some treatment, they have asked them to come to the hospital. So they have increased, they created a new demand. People have come, new create demand has come. For some people, there are no charge. So they no charge for 2/3 of the people. For only 1/3 of the people they charged. Even then, their profitability is higher than any other eye hospital. That is the success story of Aravind Eye Hospital. He has written this book, Fortune at the Bottom of the Pyramid, based on the experience of Aravind Eye Hospital. So now that is what people are trying to use in this one. So now people used to tell me, right, so what is the rate you are asking? I don't mind about when I cover for a workshop, I don't mind about the rates, because I want to serve to more and more people. So that is why, okay, so the people were telling, I have conducted more than 138 workshops. No, it is more than 200. Now, that is the old information, it is there on the website. So I have done more than 200 workshops, traveled leaps and bounds of Tamil Nadu and other states also. So now when you put a restriction, some people, right, IM people, they want to serve only higher people, thereby they are, so the segmentation is there. Right, so they limited, they are also increasing, but I am also increasing, right? So now we need to look at, right, we can, this kind of segmentation we can provide. Then same thing, right? See, for example, right, when I go for the, see, Tamil Nadu, that is south, people are giving 5,000. If I go to Kerala, they are giving 10,000 rupees per day, different rates. So when I see, when for this training I have conducted for one company, there I have charged 15,000 rupees. Rates are different, right? The rates are different. This is called the yield price difference. This American Airlines, it is the largest airline in the world when measured by scheduled passenger, right? When you look at the number of passenger and the revenue per passenger mile, okay, so American Airlines, together with the regional partners and affiliates, operate extensive international and domestic network with almost 6,800 flights per day, nearly 350 destinations in 48 countries. Right. So American Airlines began their service 1960. Right, they have done a research how to use the revenue and inventory, right? They finally they could identify, so what is the problem. They have adopted some more models, and there are many problems. They are reduced to 3 traffic management. So American Airlines estimates that, okay, so if they could, they will get the quantifiable benefit of 1.4 billion over last 3 years, and expects annual revenue contribution of over 500 million to continue into the future. So they've done a research what is the problem, and they have identified these three are the major problems they face. So by managing those three problems, they have increased the revenue by these levels. Okay, so this we call it as the yield management, what they have done. So these are all the different strategies. Airlines, right? Common advertised airfares, which means when you purchase this many days advance, 25 to 35% discount. For example, American Airlines recently offered a system-wide seat sale, $34 one way when the round trip ticket was purchased. A round trip, so which means going back and coming. Okay, going and coming back. So the ticket is purchased 7 days in advance and the starter day stay over required. Fencing. Then if you go and book, okay, if you called and booked, it would be 68 rupees. But if you booked website, 64 rupees. Right. So web only seats. Okay. So this is okay. Specific offers on Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Right. See, US Air, that is United Air, offered a round trip flight sale of New York to Boston for rupees 59. Right. So, but the ticket was non-refundable, and the Saturday stay over is required. Same flight regular price on US Air website was $116. So exclusive offers with exclusive restrictions. That is the fencing, differentiation, segmentation. Right, like this, there are many challenges are also there. Right, what are the challenges? Okay, so it requires a lot of integration with the data, right? A lot of understanding. It is little complex to understand market dynamics. There is a technology involved. Then data availability, the data available, right, based on which you demand forecast demand. People, okay, register employees, they resistant to change for this culture. So the people, when you change often unfairness from the customers, channel conflict, right? Okay, some people they feel they are cheated, they are exploited. Okay, demand forecasting very difficult. Competitive response, right? Now, since it is known, since what you are doing all these things, the competitors also will respond, right? So the demand will go from your place to the competitors. All those things will happen. Technological advancement challenges. You need to understand the system, software, all these things. So now this is popularly used in hotels also. They in hotel they adopted different strategies. One is competitor-based strategies. What the competitors are doing, do same price. Then forecast, right? What is the demand? Forecast the demand, charge price according to the demand of the previous year. Charge based on length of stay. This now I am talking about hotel industry. Segment, right? When they are booked, segment means where the segment based on volume. When they booked more tickets, more rooms, very different rate. So attributes, people they want to have sea view rooms, garden view rooms, right? Then we will charge more for corporate guests and lower for the walk-in guests. Guest type, right? Similar to segment. Okay, so based on purpose of visit, whether they come for tour, whether they come for business, occupancy. So based on supply and demand. So when the demand exceeds supply, increase the rate. Incentive, okay, so give promotions. Okay, so if they come based on promotion, whatever promotions rates we have given, you have to charge. So when there is a repeated customers, you have to charge different rates. Upselling, right? Idea that give with a better room. Cross selling is book for additional service such as spa services, tours, airport transfers, all these things. So like this, the hotels they can adopt a different strategy, right? So by adopting these different strategies, now we have one hotel. We have talked about Marriott hotels, right? So now these are all the different hotels of Marriott. The gentleman, okay, so on August 13th, when William Marriott died because of heart failure, he left behind restaurant chains of flight kitchens of in 150 airlines. His empire worth 3.5 billion, right? So now Marriott 1999 International at 13th largest employer in the United States and the second largest lodging company in the world, and it has operating and franchise more than 1,900 hotels. So this gentleman started with a small, right, stand in the root bear stand with nine-seater with 1,500 rupees dollar loan. So opened a nine-seat stool root bear. Okay, in the year 1927, right? He has now 1,900 hotels, right? So started with okay. So root beer. What is root beer? Okay. So like it is a beer, blend of carbonate over, but alcohol content is it is like a cool drink. So now he is having many things to say. Success seems to be connected to action. Successful people keep moving. They make mistakes, but they never quit. That is by J.W. Marriott. Whenever at Marriott, they say we never stop searching for inventive or that is innovation ways of serving customers, provide opportunities for our associates, and they also let them grow. If they grow, we will grow. That is what okay company, as I have stated, began with the 9-seat AW root beer stand, now recognized today as a top employer for its superior business operation, which are doing business based on 5 core values: people first, pursue excellence, and serve world. They do lot of services to the world, right? So this is another big story of AirTechon, right? That is the people, okay, not exactly yield management. They have first started low-cost airlines in India, but later sold to okay, that is Kingfisher. Okay, but Kingfisher are different segment. This is different segment, but Malaya merged both. So this is serving different segment. That model itself different. So he has failed. So he is Gobinath Surare Potri. The movie is taken based on the history of Airtechon, Captain Gobinath. So this is the symbol Airtechon simplify, right? Fly in a simple way, right? First 1 rupee for first time travel, 500 rupees Diana fare. That is called the Diana fare. So this is the story of Airtechon. This is the story of Airtechon. And okay, so when it is merged 2007, merged with okay, so Kingfisher. Okay, it was operating separately, but later 2008 both merged. They put Kingfisher Red, which is a low cost airline, but they expected more facility when we talk about the Kingfisher. Kingfisher means executive royal facility, but how can they give at a lower rates? Not possible. So that is why he has failed. So as a very okay, in when he was in beer business, United Breweries, he was a very successful gentleman. When he has gone to this airline, he has become Pakka failure gentleman, right? So now the Airtechon, though it is successful, but okay, so when changed, he has faced difficulty. Right. So these are all the some of the things you need to know. So this is the presentation I have, right? I have many more things to say. So how differentiation can be done, right? So by taking air flight alone, I have, but I hope I have given all these things. Okay. So it is to selling the right seat to the right customer at right moment at right price, right? So ultimately maximizing the revenue, right? So now thank you very much for everybody for your patient listening, right? Now if you have any questions you can ask me, otherwise we can wind up, right? Wait, now over to sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Yes, madam.
Good
Yeah,
evening, sir.
yeah.
Sir, the attendance link is not shared on the chat box now.
If you,
Nagarajan sir,
if
Mageshwari
you,
madam.
yes, sir.
Sir,
Participants,
here I
if you
will open
have
it,
any
sir.
doubts, please ask. Attendance form will be shared. Sir, echo ஆகுது sir. Attendance
Now
form will be shared shortly, ma'am. Please ask any queries. If you have any doubts, please ask with the chief guest, ma'am. Participants. Okay, sir. And you have given very knowledge about yield management, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
now you ask somebody to give feedback, madam. Okay, some participants, let them, one or two
Okay.
participants, let them give feedback. Okay, so if anybody
Okay.
wants to give
Dear
feedback,
participants, please give feedback. Unmute your mic and give.
so people are giving feedback in the chat box, but come directly and give
Yes,
feedback.
sir.
Sir, good evening, sir. Myself, Dr. Jyotsna Kohli.
Yes, madam. Yeah.
Sir, it was a wonderful session as I am belonging to the education sector and not from the core commerce subject. So the session was very beneficial for me. Actually, today I could understand how this air flight fares were. There is a dynamic airfare for
Yes.
and
Dynamic.
similarly
That is
for
the
the
word you have
railway,
used.
yeah, and similarly for the railway and for the Ola booking and all
Yes.
that.
Yes.
And thank you so much, sir. Sir, but my question is how this type of analytics can be applied in the education sector.
You can do, madam. See, for example, I have given education. Let me think and tell. For example, this. So, for example, seminar I am conducting. I am giving the yearly bird discounts. So then I am giving a bulk booking this one. So like that. See, for example, when you conduct some courses. So when you conduct for some the same course, conduct for different segment. Charge differently different segment, so ultimately your aim is to reach this much target, right? Now but education is not revenue and profit management. So where, so our aim should be to do more service, madam. So that it can be used, we are using every day, we are using, madam.
Sir, actually, whatever I'm seeing right now in Google advertisements or some emails are coming for the analytics. So I was really wondering about what is this analytics and how could I apply this for in the education field. And so today I thought
Madam,
I'm in the right
no, no,
webinar
wait.
to ask the
No, no,
question.
wait, madam. See, analytics is analysis, right? Analyzing the
Right, sir.
data for the purpose of taking decision. It can be
Right,
used
sir.
for anything, but mainly we use a predictive analytics. What is predictive analytics is, see, for example, I'm a stockbroker. So now I want to predict the share price, right? I'm predicting the share price based on the AI now. Earlier, I predicted share price by using time series analysis. Now I am predicting based on the machine learning algorithms. So what is machine learning algorithm is, so when you take large data, so you give data, then from the movement pattern, the machine will understand. So when based on that it will set, right? Then what will happen when you ask to predict, it will predict the future based on that past trend, right? So even when there is, for example, for identity card, right? So what happened? We will give different photo. For example, we will give different photographs of you. So by that time, by that process, we will make the machine to understand. So, for example, you are coming okay, from Tirupati. Let us assume that your poor hair saved. Okay, but even then, if you come, it will understand that you are coming, right? It will, because it is, we have given training. So like that, in for anything can be used. Anything it can be used, right? Price prediction, then for example, sales prediction, and anything. For example, I will tell one story. See, now what will happen? There is one company. What they do is the water filter. So now it will the ship is connected. So based on the water flow, based on the sound, all these things recorded. So based on that, from there they will see it. They will say that array that the water filter is going to fail because different sounds are coming. All right, then they will send the people, array your water filter, there is a mistake, it is happening. Right. So now see the analytics is used in flight in a different, leave alone this price differentiation, that which is the easy thing. Now see people, the air flight, it is traveling by 1400 kilometers. Right. It is okay. At least when it is landing, it is going around 800, 500 kilometers. How it is landed? So it predict based on the sound, all these things. So many sound system it is received, and based on that it is operator on its own. The pilot is doing only the minor things. Many things are done based on automatically, based on the many signals and the lenses and all these things. Right? So that like this, right? We can use okay. So education, what you can use, how people are learning, whether they will turn up or not. Right now, robot teacher will teach, right? So based on the responses, it will, robot teacher cannot see, but it will understand that based on response, all these things, whether someone people are sleeping or not, anything can be done in AI. That is what the analytics is.
Okay,
Hello,
thank
madam.
you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, madam. Now, see, recently I have taken, it is going on. From yesterday onwards, it is started. So, for Anna University online course, DOL, so I have taken financial analytics to them. So, how the capital structure can be designed, how share price can be predicted, how portfolio optimization can be done, all these things, madam.
Right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. Nice, madam. Nice question, madam. Super, madam.
Thank you,
Somebody
ma'am.
else?
Anybody else?
Question
Anybody
or
else want
feedback?
to clear your doubts? Please ask.
Now in MBA, there is a subject by name Service Operations Management. Normally, we are not teaching this one to the students, but we need to teach this one because now, as I said, one of my student is a price consultant. There is a now one or two startups I have heard. They are doing only this consultancy, how the price dynamics can be done. They will advise to different companies, especially for online pricing, online website pricing. Okay, so like that, there is a subject by name service operations management. In the service operation management, there is a this is involved there. The book also service management book. It is talking about this yield management concept. Yes.
Shall we end the meeting, sir?
Yes, madam. If there is no further feedback and questions,
We have, yes,
you
sir.
can find madam.
Okay, sir. Now I call Dr. H. Christy Cynthia, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, to propose vote of thanks.
Honorable Correspondent of ANJAC College, revered Principal, respected Head of the Department of BBA, dear colleagues, good evening to you all. On behalf of the department, I express my profound thanks to Honorable Correspondent for his wholehearted support to the department for conducting FDP. Thank you, sir. I extend my sincere thanks to our revered principal for permitting us to conduct this FDP for the benefit of faculty members. Thank you, sir. My heartfelt thanks to respected Head of the Department of BBA, Dr. Rajasekaran sir, who encourages faculty members in all department activities. Thank you, sir. I thank the resource person of this FDP, Dr. R. Kasalingam, Associate Professor, Department of Management Studies, Pondicherry University, Pondicherry, for nice presentation.
1 minute, madam. Okay, so for your information, I am professor, madam. If you look at my website, you can see. Okay, but I don't mind. You can tell. But as information, so I have become professor from 2017 onwards, madam. 6 years are over. Okay. Okay, madam. Okay, fine. Yes, fine. No problem.
Okay, sir. For nice presentation about yield management. It was more informative one, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing more information. I gratefully thank to all the head of the department,